back in the day, we go shopping on Black Friday and hit the malls and go to the stores and try to get the doorbuster and, fight the crowds. Really, it's become a cyber event, and it is all about spending your money online. $10.8 billion was spent in e-commerce alone last year online. Happy Thanksgiving and welcome to Girls Gone Gritty. I am sitting next to my favorite turkey head, Jen, and we're going to talk about what Thanksgiving means to us on every level, from shopping to eating to hanging with family and friends to Blackout Wednesday. So stay tuned. Make sure that you talk about Girls Gone Gritty with people that matter to you. We have gratitude that our numbers are growing exponentially, but we need more, and we need you guys to help us do that.
Yeah, we want to tip the turkey this year with that gratitude of you. We need for you to talk to your family and your friends, people that you love and trust. They're going to like us because you like us. So that's how it really is going to happen. Tell two friends and they'll tell two friends, and you have a perfect Thanksgiving Day table to do it at today. But before we start sharing at the table, we're going to go back to our headlines and top 3 of this week.
Number 3, Miss Jamaica falls from the universe in front of the entire world.
Oh, I'm really sad for her because she's still in ICU. The irony of this story is kind of crazy.
I don't know if anybody saw what we're talking about, so we might have to give them a little background.
The preliminaries to the Miss Universe pageant happened this week in Thailand. And this beautiful woman, she's not only poised on the stage, but off the stage, she is a doctor, Dr. Gabrielle Henry. She's an ophthalmologist in Jamaica, and she created the See Me Foundation that helps people that have problems seeing get opportunities. And meanwhile, this poor woman walking across the stage in her saunter literally takes a nosedive off the stage. And they keep replaying it and replaying it.
It's every pageant person's worst nightmare, anybody's worst nightmare. Even if you're just performing on a stage in high heels and having to perfect the pageant wave and looking at the crowd instead of looking down at where you're going because you're trying to be a part of the crowd.
Yeah.
She turfed it, and it was a big turf job.
Yeah, it was terrible, but we're going to hope and pray that she's going to be out by next week because they said she's going to be in ICU for a week.
The articles say that there were no broken bones, but we're thinking that she must have a terrible concussion and hopefully not a brain bleed. So our thoughts go out to Miss Jamaica. And that brings us to number 2. The nightmare before Christmas becomes a reality for Starbucks Red Cup Rebellion.
This time of year, Starbucks brings out their red cups that are synonymous with Black Friday, with Cyber Monday. You get your cup of coffee and you're walking around doing your shopping. Starbucks has been brought up on numerous labor violations. They have been touted as the worst labor violator. And I think it's because some of these larger corporations, Amazons, they can do whatever they want with their employees, and they have a hard time unionizing. And even if they do unionize, they still are held to corporations, whatever they want to do. So however much they want to pay them, we read it's $15.25 an hour is what their actual wage is. Starbucks will tell you it's 30, but that's with some of the benefits that not everybody gets.
You have to work over 20 hours to get benefits. And I read they're keeping people at 19 hours purposely so that they can't get those perks.
I don't like the way companies work because in the beginning, they were touted as the best to their baristas. They get them college. They gave them great wages. They gave them lots of opportunity to go back to school, to move up the corporate ladder. And now go into a Starbucks this holiday season and notice how much they're working. They're understaffed, underpaid, and they're not happy about the outfit they have to work in because they changed their rules on what you could wear to work. So be careful because Starbucks, you might be going down.
Scary time for them to go down. And number 1, AI cannot replace human intelligence. Don't let AI do your homework, says Pope Leo.
Every time Pope Leo talks about AI, I'm so happy because he's talking about the moral compass and the part of the human being that is untouchable, intangible, whether you believe it's your soul, your spirit, another part of who you are that AI will never possess. We need to keep that moral compass, and we have to cultivate moral discernment and understanding that technology and humans, they need to coexist, but they cannot replace us.
No, AI does not have heart. I look at people that go to Chat GPT to put together an obituary, or they're the best man speech for the wedding. And granted, if you're not a great writer, it can help you put together a bit of an outline, but it can't replicate what comes from your heart. Don't rely on AI to do things that should come from within because it's a cheat. And no matter how you slice and dice it, it's not authentic.
And a lot of the pushback is beginning to happen. I know some schools are telling us that you can't use ChatGPT in schools, and AI should not be a replacement for your homework. So thank you, Pope Leo, for getting on board with that and giving the Catholic world and the world at large some moral compass.
Yes, beware of AI on a lot of levels. As good as it could be, and as often as I hear, we should be pushing those that are in college to go in that direction. We need boundaries.
And you should know that we're doing everything organically. If you cheat and you piggyback on everybody else's knowledge, but we might need to use some of these tools to get some of the great holiday deals that are happening, maybe even today.
It's very confusing because Black Friday and Cyber Monday has become a week-long free event and people are capitalizing on it left and right. I did use AI to say, what's the best deal this Black Friday, Cyber Monday? I'm in the market for a laptop. And I thought, I'll just buy my laptop on Black Friday or on Cyber Monday. Nope. The best deal was pre-Black Friday on Amazon. We were talking about how back in the day, we go shopping on Black Friday and hit the malls and go to the stores and try to get the doorbuster and, fight the crowds. Really, it's become a cyber event, and it is all about spending your money online. $10.8 billion was spent in e-commerce alone last year online.
It's crazy. The e-commerce industry is obviously taken hold, and we've gotten so reliant on the Amazons of the world, the large, box retailers. Everybody else is going out of business. It's going to become a problem because much like what we were talking about with Starbucks, where they're able to give a lot in the beginning and take it away as they get market share. I have to believe that this is exactly what's going to happen with our Black Friday events, where you have no other option.
When you start trying to understand what the best deals are, it's between 28 and 31% off the true savings that you might get. That's the average. I don't know if it's an algorithm. I don't know how they really do it, but you have to Google, like if you're looking for flights. Jen and I got so lucky last year. We booked on Cyber Monday our flights to go to Australia, and we genuinely got 50% off. My husband is a giant dude. He wanted to fly first class because he's 6'5", and he got 50% off of a business class ticket. We got 50% off of a regular with extra legroom ticket. So there are incredible deals to be had, but you have to do research to become aware of what those deals are, because it's not as simple as Black Friday and Cyber Monday anymore.
Well, and here's part of the reason why people like to use ChatGPT and some of these AI tools is it used to be you could Google it and you could find the best deal. Now the AIs and the ChatGPTs are able to curate everything across the internet. So people are using those tools because it will go deeper into finding things that aren't so easy to find, because a lot of the deals aren't easy to find on purpose. You have to be a curated customer who uses them all the time, who has a code, very much like they do with buying concert tickets. You get the pre-sale amount. And if you're somebody who frequents a label or a designer or something, they will give you special deals during this time.
Another thing that you have to acknowledge when you first go to a website that you're potentially going to shop, up in the top, there's very fine print and it says what the code is. And if you remember the code at checkout, you enter the code and you will get the savings. But if you don't enter that code because you forgot, it's not populated automatically. Some sites do, most sites don't. And then if you go back after the fact, like I did yesterday, I said, oh no, I forgot to put in the code. They said, sorry, and wouldn't honor it. So just make sure you
return it and buy it again.
They did say that I could do that. And I'm like, do I really want to do that?
But you can. I've done that before.
Well, the hard thing is there was only one left. I was afraid that if I returned it, that one, somebody else might have had it in their shopping cart already too. And I might not have been able to get it because I don't know if it's a lie.
And then return it.
What if there's only one?
Then you can't buy it again. Don't return it until you bought it again.
That's too much work for me.
Oh my gosh. No, it's not. It's a click.
That's a lot, though. And then you have to watch and make sure that the credit comes back to your credit card. I always try to watch to make sure that you get the refund because they don't make it an instant refund. They say 7 to 10 days, you'll see the refund being processed, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, unless you want to put it back on your Amazon account, and then it's instantaneous. So you get to spend more, and Amazon keeps all your money.
It wasn't Amazon.
I thought you said you bought your laptop on Amazon.
No, but that wasn't my laptop that I was buying yesterday.
Oh.
Yesterday, I was trying to buy something else, and I did not type in the 10% off code, which wasn't a lot, but it would have paid for the shipping.
Oh, yeah, they get you because they recognize that the hunt has become lessened because 10, 15 years ago, my whole family would get up at 4:00 in the morning and we'd go to Kohl's and Target and Best Buy because they were having Black Friday deals, but they only had a certain amount and you had to get there early. And my sister-in-law, Shannon, she's a crazy person about them. And she knows exactly where and when, and she's got it down to a science. But the chaos.
Oh, people are rude too. It's crazy.
But they still need the hunt. So I feel like the promo codes and the gift codes
is the thrill of the hunt and feeling like you're going to get a deal. And then you're proud of yourself because you did it. You were successful.
A ton.
Well, they say that Black Friday items, electronics are 49% of what people are looking for. Clothing and accessories is 72% and cosmetics is 23%. So if you're really brand oriented, that's where you have to look and see, are they going to offer you the best deal on Black Friday? Because Apple does not do the best deal on Black Friday. They did it pre-Black Friday, which is why I bought my computer. So it's sneaky. They want you to Google them. They want you to check because this is also probably feeding into the algorithm for ChatGPT. People are saying, what is the best time to buy jeans or my favorite shoes? I was trying to get Mackenzie some Adidas sneakers. And I thought, I'll wait for the Black Friday event, but I couldn't get the shoes that I wanted from Adidas because they're sold out. So I was trying to find other locations where they are, and I signed up to buy them from another location, but I forgot to do the code. And that code was the 10% off, which would have paid for the shipping. And then I was like, darn it, I really didn't get that much of a deal because the price was not that great. I was just happy that I found the sneakers that were sold out.
Well, and what I used to do, which no longer works, I used to go to buy something and then type in on another window, is there any coupon code for whatever company? And it used to work.
Like Groupon. I used to do Groupons. It is true. It is
game.
It is the thrill. They say 64% of consumers will shop online this Black Friday and 36% will seek deals on social media.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
and TikTok is the place to figure out exactly what's available. I bet there's somebody did a TikTok on the best deals and where and what time. Is it pre? Is it during? Is it cyber?
Right. Well, TikTok is China. No matter what happens with who owns the majority of it, the algorithms are Chinese. And all the Chinese want us to do is buy more because most of the things we buy come from them. So let's think about that too, TikTok.
Another thing that we would recommend you do is talk to your kids. Ask them for their list. I do this every year. I say to my kids before Black Friday, listen, if you know what you want for Christmas, make my life easy. Send me a link. And it doesn't mean that you're going to get everything that you send my way, but at least it will help me with my shopping because obviously they know what they want a little bit more than we do half the time. And I used to think, I like to go to the malls and I like to go to the stores and take in what I see and buy something because it reminded me of that person or I thought that person would like it. But that's not the way it works anymore. You better be on top of it because pre-Black Friday, there's more inventory available.
I was with a bunch of women with a ton of girls that want specific things.
Yep.
Like they ask for an exact
that's my
brand and there's an app that they all use called Giftful. Giftful 1L, and you can create your own curated exactly what I want list with clickable links.
Oh, I have it.
And it's
Christmas
actually
list. I wish that you
insane.
guys could see it. This is Abby's Christmas list. So when you click on it, cute tops with the links, it's got all the pictures that insert automatically. And this is Giftful. And I have a spreadsheet that looks like I'm shopping online with all of her suggestions.
It's not a suggestion. It's a want list, not a need list.
New Year's clear.
They make it so easy for us to just buy.
They sure do.
It's insane. And the crazy thing is we just talked about the fact that we love this holiday because it's not about the gifts and it's everybody's favorite holiday of the year, Thanksgiving. We're all so excited to sit at the table and not have to deal with the presents and the wrapping and the craziness, yet it's looming. we're getting ready to do it tomorrow if you
can't
haven't
wait.
done it.
You can't wait until the last minute to shop because going to stores is a lost art. The malls around us have closed, which is bizarre.
Yeah. It's
So
crazy.
it's very hard to go pick out something that you look at and say, oh, that makes me think of Jen, which I try to do all the time. So I have a closet where over my travels over the course of a year, if I see something that reminds me of one of my friends or my family or something, I buy it. And I still have several things that I was motivated to buy at an earlier time on behalf of someone. So I don't just wait until Cyber Monday and Black Friday, but my kids, it's very helpful that they give me some direction. So I recommend if you haven't done that yet and you have kids, I think all kids somewhat have a list.
Let me tell you something. The boys, getting them to find anything is a nightmare. The shopping for boys, unless they want an electronic or a skateboard or something, the list is 5 long, which from a financial standpoint, I'm not complaining about, but the price of those items as they age goes up. But what I've politicked for years, and of course, nobody wants to do this, is take Christmas to be like Thanksgiving, give nothing, and all go shopping in January when everything's 50% off, because that's what happens come January.
I'm sure some people do that, especially if they know that they're going to benefit greater in January.
Yeah.
It's smart.
It's smart.
But it also takes away the joy of waking up and having wrapped presents underneath your tree.
It's true. It's true.
Let's not talk about gifts and shopping anymore. Let's talk about what we do on Thanksgiving that brings us joy, or leading up to Thanksgiving, or even the day after. I know everybody looks forward to going home if they are lucky enough to go home. And the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving, it was not termed Blackout Wednesday when we were growing up.
High school reunion.
Yeah. You go to your fabulous bar and you're psyched to see everybody that you grew up with. But the blackout terminology, I'm over that. And I don't want people to be desensitized to it. And I said last night at a Friendsgiving with my daughter and all of her friends who are in college, if you've ever blacked out once, then you know what it is and you should never do it again. It should be a wake-up call to never want to black out again. So why couldn't they just call it Rip It Up Wednesday instead of Blackout Wednesday?
Being funny, tongue-in-cheek. And I think this demographic of kid now, like, they're just going to call it like we see it.
Who wants to black out? You want to remember the night, don't you? You want to remember the conversations and who you saw. Blacking out means that you're not remembering a whole lot. Blackout, like, let's not become desensitized to that terminology. I'm not okay with it. Not okay with it. Now on Thursday, our tradition, Abby said to me, I can't wait for Thanksgiving. She's like, I love when we wake up and we watch the Macy's Thanksgiving parade, which we watch from front to back. And I make a casserole in advance, a breakfast casserole that we sit on the couch and we eat together as a family. And we have a fire. And then from there, I start cooking a lot of things, or I've already prepped in the ovens, because we take everything down to Seagirt Spring Lake, where we do a massive Thanksgiving with my husband's side of the family. It's a very relaxing morning, but now everybody locally goes to Val's for mimosas and Bloody Marys and to raise a glass and watch pre-football banter because of all the bowl games.
This year, my family, we're going to do a brunch, which we've really never done, with a small group of people to make sure we're inclusive.
At your house?
At my house. And then we're going to go to my mom's. But I think the traditions that surround this week, everybody I talk to has more plans the week of Thanksgiving, back to back, trying to check every box because the kids are home from college and this person's flying in from here and that person's flying. We want to make sure we see everybody. Everybody I know is overscheduled in the best way possible.
It's a favorite holiday. People might not say it's my favorite holiday, but people are so thankful to be with family and friends, and for food, fun, and football. It's like the 5 Fs.
Yeah, it really is.
Spectacular.
Really is. So I hope you're finding all of those things today with the people that you love and are sitting around the table, and then football, but maybe you're rolling into a movie.
Oh, we love some of the movies that come out this time of year. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the old ones. We always used to watch the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. I've read a lot of articles about which movies get the best ratings, and the Addams Family Values.
Interesting.
I have never seen it. For whatever reason, it is in the top 5 on multiple lists, including Oprah. So, that's something that we might want to put on our list.
I would have watched that for
I know, but it's their spin on Thanksgiving for whatever reason. Family values.
I don't know that.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. Remember the Titans. It doesn't just have to be a Thanksgiving movie. Remember the Titans revolved around homecoming, football, Thanksgiving. Brothers McMullen, if you love Ed Norton, you just want to hear him talk. And there's so many films that were based around Thanksgiving.
And wait, I don't know that one. What's that one about?
Brothers McMullen, three brothers, relationships, and bringing girls home for the holidays. And you would love it because it's all boys.
I'm in that universe right now.
It is so good. I haven't watched it in years, but it is another movie that pops up as a great movie to watch during the Thanksgiving holiday. Knives Out. Now, this cracked me up. I want to see this. It's about a dysfunctional family, and they're all trying to secure their inheritance. Mm-hmm. And their father is Christopher Plummer. He's the matriarch known as Harlan Thrombey. And he ends up, unfortunately, passing away, and everyone is a suspect.
Oh, it's awesome. It reminds me of old school Clue. If you're going to play a board game this holiday season, you can do that too, but it's very Clue-like.
Okay, see, there's movies for everyone. Little Women, it's for sisters. It's timeless. So there's a little bit of everything. Animation, Freebirds. Owen Wilson is the voice along with Woody Harrelson and Amy Poehler. I can't imagine that that's not funny. So those are some ideas of movies that you could share with your family and friends.
And this is another thing with devices. We've done it for years. There's a device collection basket. They can only come out for photos. Nobody has their phone at the table. We've said that to ad nauseum, but the collective experience of watching a movie together as a family, snuggling up to the couch, it's not about the experience of what's happening on screen. It's the conversations that happen afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
And the lessons that are learned.
Agreed.
Ridiculous.
I love tabling something new that my family has not seen. So I'm definitely going to promote that we watch a few of these that I just mentioned that we haven't seen so that we add more to our holiday list.
I love holiday movies.
Who is our got grit person for this week?
So our got grit is a little bit off the regular way we do things. Let's just say that. This really embodies what the season of gratitude can mean for so many people. This week, we're going to be honoring the empty chair. So for those of you that have never heard of this, I'll call it a movement. I'll call it an idea. Basically what you do during Thanksgiving or holiday season at any point, you pull up an empty chair to your table, and that can represent somebody that isn't with us anymore, that has passed. That can be a representative of somebody who's maybe serving in the military. That can be somebody who's just unable to be with you. It doesn't matter who it is, but it's representative of the fact that there is somebody that you are wanting to remember and appreciate and acknowledge. And even if you don't have somebody in mind this holiday season to pull up the chair for, opening up the chair in a lot of the books and the movies has opened up opportunity for somebody else to enter. So there's a story about the empty chair that talks about a little boy who brings back somebody who's sitting on a park bench that doesn't have any plans for Thanksgiving. And there are just so many positive, amazing stories when you open up space and have love and appreciation, what it can do and how it can change the world.
You could also talk about the person that empty chair represents. So you're creating a moment where you can actually talk about the person that is missing. Unfortunately, this Thanksgiving, I would have a empty chair to my left and to my right. But I think it's a beautiful time for us to mention people that are no longer with us and to have a conversation about them at a table. That would definitely bring me joy.
So there's so many movies. Sting had a song, The Empty Chair, that was up for a Grammy, and there's many poems. I'm just going to read you one. Lonely is the home without you, and life is not the same. The world could be like heaven if we could have you back again. The happy hours we enjoyed, how sweet the memory still. Death has an empty seat that time can never fill. I look across at what I see, the chair you once sat, where not very long ago we laugh at jokes and chat. With folded hands, I ask of God that once again I'll see, when I'm finally home with you, you've saved a chair for me.
Oh, I love that. Yes.
It's a beautiful idea. And especially this holiday season, I want you to know that we're with you, and we hold everyone near and dear to our hearts this day of gratitude that is all about family. Seriously.
I had the pleasure of going to a concert that I wanted to go to my entire life. And I've made a pact with my kids that we would go see music together that is iconic and meaningful. So Mackenzie and I have seen the Chili Peppers, The Cure, and U2. So I'm going to read you a lyric and you'll understand exactly why I chose this lyric from this concert we just attended. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Well, I've been afraid of changing because I've built my life around you. But times make you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too.
I love Stevie Nicks. She's so amazing.
It might be my most listened to song. It serves a purpose for me in so many different ways. And the fact that I actually got to see her perform it with my girlies was fantastic.
Why am I not remembering what the title of the song is?
Landslide.
Landslide.
And we just had this conversation when we were at the concert. The movie Jack Frost, which is so fantastic. And I feel like it's Michael Keaton. Is it Michael Keaton? He's a rock star. Yeah. And Kelly Travolta was the mom. And it's a story about a musician that ends up passing away, but he comes back as his child's snowman. Mm-hmm. And that song was prolific to the point where my kids wanted to hear it over and over again. They were so young, but they loved Landslide. So I feel like that's the first time that it evoked emotion for them. And each time I play it, the familiarity that they have, they can't put their finger on, and I help them figure it out. It was from Jack Frost, which is another great movie, by the way.
Great movie. And it's amazing how smart these movie makers are to weave in these songs that are iconic.
Yep.
And become a part of the soundtrack of your life. We love that because we love music and we love that you've been listening and we appreciate you and want you to go back, enjoy your Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much. Have a fun time tomorrow shopping wherever you go, whether it's online or out. Be respectful, be grateful, be thankful for what you've been given.
And thank you for sharing us. And we will continue to have gratitude as our numbers go up. Enjoy
Thanksgiving.